Give Samus an order of chocolate cheese fries, and we're good to go, and we're in business. Welcome to part 9 of Metroid Dread. Now, it's been a fair few amount of days since I've actually last touched this, so you'll forgive me if I am totally, completely, and utterly lost in this situation where I completely forgot what to do. I know, like, playing a Metroid game is just like, or rather, just like taking a few days off for holiday stuff while playing Metroid and doing other things like Thanksgiving and whatever is like, it's just like, yeah. You forget how to play the game, you know, sometimes it just happens, but you know how it is. You understand. But either way, this transport will lead to a brand new region. It's called e.m.m.i. And I believe that is where we're going to next. e.m.m.i. Here we go. Get it out, everybody. Here's another save room. I don't really need to save right now. We haven't really done anything yet. But it's good to keep it up like this. Let's get in there. See what we got here. A door we can't do anything with yet, so we just have to just do this. Let's keep on using bombs to move our way forward. Now, I'm not entirely sure if my memory's right on this, but I think. No, actually, no. I know this because there's only a few items that are found here in e.m.m.i, I think. So, yeah. There's only a few items that can be found here in e.m.m.i. And I think, like, you can get some of them right now, but I'm not sure about, like, any others. I'll just have to look it up. And this, surprise! That whole transmission thing wasn't a fake after all. An X-Parasite mimicking enemy will revert to its original gelatinous form when defeated. Samus can absorb the X to replenish energy and ammo. So now, this is where we officially delve into, how do I do this again? Okay. This is where we officially delve into fusion territory. Because the X-Parasites were basically the main threat in Metroid Fusion. So, yeah. Now, anyone who's a big fan of Fusion, like myself, this should be very familiar to you. Of course, I didn't play Fusion until a lot later, but I didn't really think it really mattered anyway. I mean, Metroid Dread basically catches you up on the events anyway of Fusion anyway, so it's like, yeah, it's all good. This is it. Oh God, yeah, this, okay. So this Shine Spark puzzle can be a little bit tricky. This one can be a little bit tricky. So what you need to do is you need to speed boost, then just do that. And then yeet all the way up there to get a missile tank. It's not as bad as some of the others that we've had right now. There have definitely been a lot more difficult Shine Spark puzzles, but for the most part, like, these are okay-ish. Plasma beam. I love this feeling of just upgrading your regular weapons. And speaking of which, this is basically, I believe, the most powerful of all the regular beams. So now you can pierce through enemies and damage robotic enemies without the need to charge. And you can now destroy plasma beam doors. So yes. So I think originally you weren't able to destroy these before except with missiles, but now you can actually just do this. You can actually get this going. No problem whatsoever. No, actually, no. I'm actually wrong on this. We don't have the most powerful of that yet, but we will. Oh, for sure we will. All right, so we already got one of the items, and as you can clearly see right there, the item percentage is 25%. So there are only 3 items left that we can get in e.m.m.i. So yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Now these guys on the ceiling, they will spew fire, of course, thus making it a little bit difficult to handle right there. And I don't think you can counter those, unfortunately. So it's like you don't really have an opportunity to get that thing that you did. Cool stuff, Meng. Cool stuff. Oh, cool. I'm back here. I'm back here now. Which, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I can just easily make my way back up here, no problem. Besides, we're like right near a boss door anyway. So again, it's all fine. Alright. Get this guy. When those guys hit the floor, it'll cause an electric field to appear on the floor, so just be careful of that. Okay, there we go. There we go, that's the ticket. And here we go with one of my more personal favorite boss fights, the Chozo Soldier. Not exactly like the robot ones that are the mini bosses, but this one is just so great because it requires your reflexes and skill. You can either damage the Chozo Soldier with plasma beam shots or with missiles. And when it gets to phase 2, that's when things get a little bit more interesting. So now it's going to morph just like that. And you just basically got to shoot it. You can flash shift to dodge out of the way, of course. When it goes up into the wall like that, it'll jump down the middle and create a shockwave right there. And yep. And once it's over, parry that thing and count that thing again, and then I love it when Samus takes it down. It's just like it's so good. It's great. I love it. I really, really love it. Okay. Let's see. Do we need... I mean... How do we get that? How do you get that, by the way? Oh, okay. There it is. There it is. I thought it like needed another like Shine Spark thing, but no. That's a full-on energy tank right there, so that's good. That's half of the items in e.m.m.i. And right up here is an area that's a little bit more interesting. So, I believe you could just bomb this thing. And then you got a whole section right here dealing with all sorts of, like, bomb-related stuff. Watch out for the enemies on the floor because they're annoying. And you can clearly see that there's a missile tank right there that you might be able to get, but then again, you also might not. You definitely can't. So just ignore my advice. Just ignore me. However, I believe that... Hold on a second. Oh, you have to go. You gotta go this way. Yeah, that's the thing about Metroid and me is, like, I forget if there's like a secret somewhere, and then there's a secret like nowhere, and then blah 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 blah. Totally forget about that. There's a block right there that we can't really do anything with. So it's pretty damn obvious that we basically have to come back here a little bit later once we have the proper item. So my advice in these sort of sections, just bomb everything. Just bomb everything. That way you might be able to discover something just like this. And wouldn't you know it, the missile tank is the very last item that we need, but we can't necessarily do anything about that yet. So, unfortunate as it may seem, we're going to have to go back for that item later. So, yeah. It's a thing. Now, for me, I always get turned around as like, where the heck do I go? Yeah, where the heck do I go from there? I'll tell you where the heck to go. This is where the heck to go. So now this room will be filled with enemies once you defeat the chosen soldier, of course. And then you go all the way back out here. And now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Metroid Fusion 2. Yep, no joke. This is where it officially becomes a sequel to Metroid Fusion. I mean, if the timeline wasn't also a dead giveaway. Now we got to deal with X parasites all over the region. So that's what we got to do. Alright, here we are once again. So now X-Parasites will basically be all over the place. Just like I said before. Again, if you defeat them, then they'll become they'll return to their jelly forms. That way you can absorb them for ammo and energy. Honestly, much better than the standard recoveries that we've seen up to this point. Like, look at these groups of enemies. That group of little enemies right there that I just destroyed, like, that yielded a whole lot more, like, energy for me than anything else up to this point. which is insane. Hey, Captain Obvious.
Uploading data.
The X have been released from their confinement. They have now scattered across the planet. This is no doubt the work of Ravenbeak. His motives are still a mystery. But your Metroid DNA grants you immunity to the X parasites. You can even absorb them. Perhaps it was some kind of message. Regardless, the X are here. They are overrunning the planet. They must be destroyed. Hurry to your ship, Samus. I trust you will make it here safely.
Once again, thank you, Mr. Adam. I really appreciate it. You know, Samus, I bet really appreciates it. I mean, if she had the ability to emote outside of, like, badass mode, then that would be, like, incredible. That would be amazing. But, you know, thanks, anyway, for that helpful advice. But now, unfortunately, a consequence of having the X, basically everywhere now is the fact that one of them is now single-handedly responsible for reactivating the e.m.m.i. So, so unfortunate as that is, so we got to deal with them now, all over again. All right, so we got to do that. Get the bomb all the way up there, and we got the map room. Very cool indeed. Look at the pretty lights. Look at the pretty lights. In the map of the world that only counts for an entire section of the world of a map of the region. You know. That's totally cool. Okay. So now we're gonna go over this way. So, heading up over this way, that's where we'll find the central unit. And get that. Ooh, baby. Baby mama. Baby Mia. Mia's a character. Oh my god. Baby Mia's a character. Yes, yes, exactly. Baby Mia's a character. That you definitely don't know. Okay. Just want to make sure that I'm on the right track. Alright. Get this door open. Go over there. Oh, this part. Oh, this part. Oh, goodness. So, about these things, you can't necessarily destroy them yet without the proper weapon, so... Yeah, but before you do anything, there's a save room right here. Before you do anything else, save room, right over here. You can move on, and the next time next time there's a save room, or rather next time we encounter a save room, then, you know, we can just ignore you. That's fine. That's all well and good. Okay. Now we gotta get that thing over there. We roll on over this way. And, notice, now we got an entirely new type of block that we can't do anything with. Again, at least not yet, anyway. And go over here. And this will lead us to the Spin Boost. A brand new thing, as far as I'm aware. A brand new thing, as far as I'm aware. This is basically a double jump. When used underwater, Samus cannot gain more height over the first jump without the gravity suit. So, yeah, we basically now have a double jump. I don't know why it took this long for Samus to effectively gain, like, a double jump before her usual, you know, greatest ability ever made, but, you know, it's all good because now we officially have a double jump. Now the question is, because I know there's an item near that big. Now I know there's an item like over here. I know there's an item over here, and I really, really want to get it. But the big question on my mind, which, by the way, that thing closes afterwards, so you're going to have to use the spin boost in order to get up here. And go down here. Oh, we got another Chozo soldier here. Another one. So now I could probably give a chance to explain what these are. So, Chozo soldiers will attack you with their spears, obviously. And once again, this is just basically the same sort of thing as before. In hard mode, they really do hurt a lot. And do the thing. Yep. And just kill them like that. And you basically finish them off in the same sort of way every time. By just crushing them to death. Yeah. Crushing their beak mouths. You crush their beak mouths every single time. Which is great. Okay. So, over here on... Okay, I could probably explain right this. Right there on that grapple thing right there is an item that I want to get. And I think it's an energy tank. So, I want to be absolutely sure that I can get this. I mean, I know I can, hopefully. I know I can. Because I did this with a future item and it works just fine. And that strategy works just fine. So, the trick here is to actually wait until you get onto the very ledge of the thing. And then, there we go. There we go. You break that apart right there. And then you use a missile, I believe. And that is how you get the energy part. Because technically this is still a little bit easier with a future item, but, you know, I got it anyway. Anyway, I'll see you guys on the next time. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.